You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
Welcome back to Byline Wilmington. Rhonda Bellamy in for Don Ansell, and we're looking at the local real estate market with Craig Stevens, president of the Wilmington Cape Fear Home Builders Association, and Karen Parkin, president of the Wilmington Regional Association of Realtors. One of the things that I noted on your website, the Regional Association of Realtors, is that you are still touting the fact that we have historically low interest rates.
We do. I mean, this is the time to buy. If you were ever going to buy, it would be now. We are also noticing in the high-end market, there's a lot of activity in the 1.5 million and above, and the people with the money are buying. If we look at 2005, we dipped down, and now we're coming right back up again. So those people with the money are investing, because what they're getting for the money, you'll never get again. I mean, historically, prices are where you need to be. It is a buyer's market. It's not a seller's market. But if you have any money and you're ready to buy, you need to go find out if you qualify and what you qualify for and see what you can get. And you still got your mortgage interest deduction too. So, I mean, it pays you to own your own home and actually have a deduction on your taxes, apart from all our children.
A lot of times it's cheaper than renting.
Are you finding that same price point?
Yeah, I mean, what we're finding is we're seeing the under 300,000 where we're selling to people that work at PPD, firemen, policemen, healthcare providers. We're seeing that there's a huge demand for that. We're seeing less retirees moving in from up north that used to be in 2005
Right.
such a big market. But again, we're seeing true Wilmingtonians that can afford to buy, have good jobs, and they're getting the deal of their lifetime right
So they're moving up.
They are. We're seeing some first-time home buyers, but we're seeing a lot of families moving up to a bigger home because now they can get such a much larger home with the interest rates the way they are and the prices the way they are. They can get so much bigger house for the payment.
And people might say to them, well, why are you going to sell your house? You're not going to get what it's worth. But at the same time, they're upgrading. So this is the time to do it. So if you're sitting in a home that's 3 bedrooms and you want a 4-bedroom, now it's time to go there. Okay, you're not going to make all the money you could have made on the house that you're selling, but you're going to be buying so much more and getting that much more for your money.
And the builders are having to compete with the foreclosures and the short sales, and we see a lot less builders building now, but the builders that are building and selling right now are actually competing with the foreclosures, offering a better product that's actually a better value, and we're seeing the foreclosures going up in price. So now the brand new homes are actually a better value when you consider they're built so much more energy efficiently now. Just the way they're built now is really a better value with lower utility bills due to a much more efficient way to build now.
Craig, at one point in our heyday, it was said that housing and that the construction industry represented about 20% of the local economy.
I've heard it's about half that now, so it's definitely come way down from there, and I think you'll see it coming back up, but it's definitely down now.
Karen, do you have figures for the local market in terms of what's selling, other than
What's
the 1
selling is under the 300,000 is what's selling the most. Under 200 is obviously the major draw. But it's like when you said with new homes, you take into account if you have a new home, you've got warranties and everything else. And sometimes with the foreclosures, that is a deterrent if people don't have the additional money, because the house may have been on the market for you don't know how long. You don't know that all the equipment's running. So if you buy new, you do have something right there.
And we're seeing people get 100% financing on a house, and they're buying a 3,000-foot house for $250,000 brand new,
Right.
and you can't hardly see that with a foreclosure. And with the brand new house, you know, you've got a warranty and everything's brand new. With the foreclosure or used house, if the heat pump goes out and you had 100% financing and came in with very little down and you had to pay $5,000 for a new heat pump, you know, that could be very difficult. So I think a lot of people are very scared of them, and it's a challenge to buy a foreclosure or a short sale. I mean, it can be a long, drawn-out process, and at the end of the day, you know, it may not even go through it.
I'm hearing that from a number of people, that short sales are not going through as easily as they thought they would.
There's a lot of paperwork involved. It's getting so many answers. You got to go through the banks. You got to wait for it to come back. And in that time, sometimes people need to move quicker. I mean, they're obviously wanting to buy the house, move into the house, and it's just not feasible for them. But yeah, there's a lot of paperwork. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not now. But I mean, as I said, we don't have as many foreclosures now either, but we do have realtors that specialize in short sales and stuff, and it pays you to deal with somebody that knows what they're doing in that process.
And we see a lot of realtors that actually, the buyer comes in and says, hey, I want to see foreclosures and short sales, I want to get this great deal. And then they ride around and the realtor will say, hey, let's just look at a brand new house. And after they look at the brand new house, they say, wow, this is a better value, and they end up buying the brand new house. So I will say that the brand new houses built today in value will go head to head with a foreclosure or short sale owned value every day of the week.
There is another thing that I noted. The National Association of Realtors came out with numbers on the Housing Affordability Index, and that appears to be historic as well. The highest affordability index in years.
Affordable housing has always been something that we're trying to contend with. We've got people that fall in a certain market, certain category, and there's just not enough homes in that range. But I will say right now, with the way the market has turned slightly, we do have more available, but not enough. I don't think we'll ever have enough. I really don't, because they're in a certain price range, and that's as far as they can go. But even here in the association, we have an affordable housing coalition, and we work closely with them. And you can even get a certification now, realtors, so that they know what they're doing too, to help people to get the loans that are out there that they're not aware of.
Well, and also the houses, when you look at the payment and the pricing, and you look at and the incomes of the average Wilmingtonian, houses right now are more affordable than they've ever been. And in 2005, it was the least affordability with the affordability index, and now that's just become a super buy right now.
Most of our discussion is centered, I suppose, on Wilmington proper. I want to take a look when we come back at Pender County, and particularly Brunswick County, because Brunswick seemed to have received the brunt of a lot of the housing hits that have happened since 2005. So I want to take a look at that and also get some exact figures on how long houses are on the market nowadays, and a few other things. We'll be back.